Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we have a quick video. We're starting a new series to talk about TypeScript fundamentals, and today we will talk about the interfaces. So let's say that you are in an interview right now, and your interviewer will ask you about what are interfaces in TypeScript. What should you know? What you should tell him or her, and what are the codes that are required from you to type to describe the interfaces. So first of all, basically, let's just try the interfaces. They are some sort of contract or like a shape of an object. It's a blueprint that describe the structure of an object, including its properties and methods. Properties and methods. Interfaces are used to enforce the certain structure for the object, making sure the objects claim to implement an interface adhere to the structure. So let me put all what I have said here, so you can feel free to read it if you want. Okay, let me just and this one, and I guess yeah. Okay. So let's just try to talk first. I want to talk about the definition. Like one, I want to talk about the definition. Defining the interface. Here, let's just try to define one. So I will create an interface. So we use the interface keyword, and I'll create someone like called a person. And inside the person, I will try to put the properties. For example, name is a string and age it's a number. And here you can define an interface using the interface keyword, as you can see, as followed by the name of the interface and the list of the properties and methods that are signature. Also, you can add a method, which like for example, say hello, and it will return a string, or maybe this method doesn't return anything. So say hello, it will be like void. It doesn't return anything, but it do something. For example, console.log something. The second, I want to talk about implementing interfaces. So right now we have created this person and we want to implement this person. So basically, let's create a class, and I'll call it student. I guess I love Copilot. Copilot does everything for me. So right now we have a class called students, and it implements from person. We have name and string, and basically this class it implements all things from the person, and we have the say hello that console log. So implementing interface class, we have in a class, and objects can implement interfaces by declaring that they adhere to the interface's structure. When a class implement an interface, it must provide implementations for all of the interface's properties and methods. So if you delete this one, you will have a problem. And if you just say that class student incorrectly implements interface person, property say hello is missing in the type student. If you wanna like avoid that, you just do this one. That means, no, you can't do this. 3, I want to talk about the object shape. 3, object shape. And here I want to talk about first, let's see that I have const. I have const person one, and it's an object, and I give it an object shape. And interfaces can be used to describe the shape of the objects, and this is what we're doing here. When you create an object that adheres to an interface, it must have the properties with the same names and data types as defined in the interface. So if the age was a string, I will get an error and I will say that type string is not assignable to type number. So age is a number, it's not string. I want to talk about the optional properties. So let's add a new property here that call it year, and it's number. And as you can see, we have a problem with the person and the student, and if we scroll them and say property is year is missing, I could make it optional, so I just do this, and that means it's optional, so I can use it here, year. And for example, $134. I don't know what happened this year, but anyway. Also, we want to talk about the read-only properties. I guess in the inner view, you only find by saying it's the interface, it's a contract and shape of an object, and it's a blueprint that describes the structure of the actual object, and it including its properties and methods. Interfaces are used to enforce a certain structure for the object, making sure that objects can claim to implement an interface adhere to that structure, and you give this example. However, what I'm describing right now, I'm going quite deep into it. So we want to talk about here number 4. It's about read-only properties. So read-only properties. And here in the read-only properties, let's create a new interface, and I will call it point, and it will has x read-only. Okay, read-only x and y. Okay, and let's say that you have like const point 1, and it will equals point, and I have x equals 3 and y and y equals 4. Because it's read only, I can't, if I did like that, I will get error, but however, let me do it anyway, and I will say cannot assign to x because it is a read only property, so you cannot use it. Okay. We have the extending interface. So let's create let's create a new interface. So interface called worker, and this one have worker. No, I don't want to make it like that. Just make it worker, and it will extend, for example, person. So basically, and I will add to it job, which is string. So here interfaces can extend other interfaces, allowing you to create a new interfaces that inherit properties and methods from existing ones. So for example here I'm just inherits whatever in person, I'm just adding to it some new stuff. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my description. If you like my description, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video, and see you guys in future problems.